Welcome to iPad Pros, the show all about using your iPad to be productive and get work done. I'm Tim Chen, host of the show.
Hello there, and welcome back to another episode of iPad Pros. Joining today once again is Riley Hill from slatepad.org, and we're going to be diving into some kind of year-end stories, and then looking back at the year that was for iPad, and some future looking at the year that will be for iPad in 2026. Yeah. I forget what year it is sometimes. I'm getting old. Anyways, that is what's coming up in this episode. If you like to support this podcast, you can do so over at patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, here's my discussion with Riley. Enjoy. Hey, Riley, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey there, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're rapidly running out of time before... How's it? It's December 17th as we record this. How are we basically done with the year? It's wild.
You just look up and it's all gone, man.
Yeah. We had a bunch of snow last week, and then on Friday it's gonna be 55 and rainy, so it's just gonna all melt, which is wonderful.
Just needs to be there for Christmas. That's what my mom used to say. Like,
yeah,
snow for Christmas, and then after that,
right?
take it or leave it.
Absolutely. So, I guess I just want to start off with the whole background rendering scenario as we wrap up this year. We finally got DaVinci Resolve updated with it. We've had LumaFusion for a fair bit. Final Cut, we're not quite sure what Apple's doing there. They're on holiday early.
Yeah, there was that speculation about, what was it, like some kind of creative bundle or something that Apple may have been gearing towards, and that like
motion
I think
and stuff coming to iPad.
Yeah. And it was supposed to like come in November, but whatever that event is, I want to say it's NAB, but it's some other industry event, got pushed out.
I think NAB's April, if I'm not mistaken.
I wonder if they're trying to time that for that, because I think they normally do some kind of Final Cut like announcement, even if it's just a point update.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that pushed things back. But on the other hand, again, yeah, who knows with the groups, the app teams, if they aren't part of the core OS, seem to be on their own schedule,
It seems like such a simple thing to add. Just give us background rendering. That's all we need.
Yeah. Well, it's not all we need. Next year,
I mean, we need a lot, but that's one
we do. I mean, next year, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to start enforcing apps having to multitask, or at least resize properly. Final Cut is one of their big holdouts, so that I'm hoping they're working on that too.
Yeah, it's terrible. You put on an external monitor and it's stuck in 4x3, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's great. No issues here. Yeah.
It was just so funny because Logic Pro, from the beginning, you could throw that app into slide over, and it was just fine.
But good old Final Cut, designed for a touch-first experience, could not handle that. So
yeah, I hope we see it sooner than later. But I feel like at this point they're probably on actual holiday break, so it probably won't be this month. But hey, love to be wrong.
Yeah, you still use Final Cut, right, as your main video editor, right?
I do. I am slowly trying to learn DaVinci.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still mostly using Final Cut at this point. I guess we can call that a New Year's resolution, is getting more into DaVinci.
Yeah, I hear DaVinci is good. And you can actually buy it and own it, I think.
Yeah, it is it's a free initial download. For all the features, it's like $100 or $90 or something. It's an in-app purchase, and then then it's yours.
Yeah.
So, what a concept!
What a concept! And then we got a new video editing app coming to iPad. It's in certain regions.
Yeah.
Like Asia, Indonesia, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Indonesia at least. I was having trouble figuring out where this app is actually. All I really know is it's not in the US.
It's like so MLB The Show Mobile came out in, I think, Brazil or something, like as like a test market. Like, it's funny how these developers sometimes really sit in the different territories just to like test it before they rolled out to bigger markets.
Yeah. So this app that you're talking about, the CapCut Pad app,
It looks
um,
like a proper
it does.
editor. I mean, my impression of CapCut from the phone is like, I don't know, kind of like, what was that Apple iPhone app that's like not really a video editor, but um,
Clips.
Clips. Yeah, I thought it was kind of like a Clips app, is what I had the impression of CapCut being. But
I think a lot of people of a certain age bracket use CapCut pretty heavily.
mm-hmm.
Has been my impression.
Yeah, it's
Um,
huge for a lot of people. Yeah.
yeah. So, and I thought it was, encouraging to see that they invested in like a real iPad app. Like, because I've seen people mention this on threads here and then, like, oh my God, this desktop CapCut update on iPad. And I go and download it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is a blown up phone app. This is not, so
Uh
I
huh.
think they've been, slowly rolling this out to different creators. But it looks like, yeah, it looks like the real deal. Um, of course, touting AI features, like in the video they put on YouTube, you can see someone, putting in a prompt to generate. Uh, I'm not actually sure what they're generating, if it's footage or graphics or what, but you can do
Okay.
prompts inside the app to generate something.
Like have Mickey Mouse walk around the video with me as I'm talking.
It maybe, who knows?
Sure, Disney would
But
love that. Yeah.
but yeah, since it's so CapCut, which is ByteDance, which is TikTok, which is probably why it's not in the US because of all of that.
Mm.
Whatever's going on with TikTok today, I can't
So
even keep
CapCut
track.
is owned by TikTok.
The same company, ByteDance, I think.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense because I've heard this is big with TikTokers.
Yeah, I think it's, yeah.
So that makes
So,
sense. Okay.
yeah, that's probably why it's not in the US, but I could be wrong. I don't know, but we'll see. I'd be interested to play with it if it ever does
Yeah,
come out in the
multi-track
US.
editing, which is new because that's not in the phone version, to my
That is
knowledge.
my understanding, yes.
Yeah.
So
This is
it
cool.
looks
Yeah,
cool.
auto
You know,
captions, background removal.
any pro apps we get, like it's just another feather in the cap, like this is,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
And I'm guessing,
wonderful thing.
is this an app that is on the Mac? I don't think so.
There is a CapCut desktop.
Is there? Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to assume it's on the Mac. I don't actually know that for sure, but I saw that was a thing that exists.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, it's on the Mac App Store. I'm opening the Mac App Store here. Okay. This looks very similar to the iPad app. This is interesting. Okay, so they're bringing the desktop app to the iPad. Oh,
Yeah. So I
okay.
mean, it's
Well,
it's a good thing.
wait. That's weird. I pull up the screenshots. Up top shows me this nice desktop view. Then I go down where you can pull up screenshots for the individual platforms. And the Mac app screenshots, it looks like an iPad with the blown up phone app on it in it. Are you able, you're not on the Mac right now, right?
No, I'm not, but I can
It's
see what
interesting. That I just find that very curious. Oh wait.
yeah, I was
Wait, never mind. Problem
okay.
solved. The just Mac App Store is confusing. The Mac is the very top, and then iPad is the phone app that's blown up.
Right,
As
which is
yeah,
the current one we have. Yes.
yes. So that makes sense.
No.
Yeah, and then Perplexity is coming out in a bigger way to iPad.
Yeah, so
Which
this one supposedly is, I mean, their advertising is like a not a rewrite, but a relaunch, I guess,
mm-hmm.
with more of an iPad optimized update, which to me just meant they added like a sidebar with some different
I
options.
mean, I love a good sidebar.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a big iPad innovation, sidebars.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was, again, I'm not a big Perplexity user. I can only cycle through so many tools, and I'm generally kind of a chat GPT and Anthropic, and then that's kind of where I stop with these
Mm-hmm.
AI tools. But yeah, I mean, it's good that they're, again, it's just nice seeing companies pay attention to the iPad, like putting in work specifically for the iPad and not
Yeah,
the
their
iPhone.
Threads post is today we're rolling out our new iPad app optimized for iPad OS. The iPad app is designed for real work, offering the same core features you find on desktop, now with you wherever you go. So that's great. They're like, desktop app, it's here. It's cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it again, not being a Perplexity user, I downloaded the app before the update, and then got the update, and I didn't see a huge difference, but I'm not a user, so.
Yeah,
Um, but it's still nice for those people who are to have just more capable tools
yeah.
on our iPads.
I'm very annoyed at my Mac every time I'm on it. It asks me and bugs me. Upgrade the Tahoe. Here's the restart button if you just want to update right now. It's like, can I? Is there a never button that I never want to install this update?
You're not gonna take your Mac to
Not unless they patch in FireWire support. I'm
oh yeah, the
yeah,
FireWire thing, right?
yeah. So
Okay, I remember.
if
Okay.
I get a second Mac, one of the Macs, if I get a Mac Mini one of these days, that's the tempting one of these days to get one of those. Then I'll have one of those on Tahoe, But gotta have my FireWire Mac still.
Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
100% fair. I'm with you on that.
yeah. I'm very angry they took that out. Still, it's how are you gonna sync the Newtons and the
Exactly.
iPods? Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That code
Anyways,
wasn't bothering anyone. Come on, guys.
no, not at all. And then so 26.2 is out, and I think we already talked about that a fair bit. But 26.3, that beta hit, and as far as we can tell, the only big user-facing feature is the ability for third-party watches to potentially pair with not only an iPhone but an iPad. Now, how bizarre would it be? Google recently with their Pixel, they hacked in AirDrop that I think they're just like tempting Apple to try to break and make everyone angry at them for getting rid of. How well it would be if the Pixel Watch, you could pair it with your iPad and not need a phone to use a smartwatch.
That would be incredibly, as someone with an active cellular iPad, that would actually would be pretty interesting. Um, yeah, I think it remains to be seen if this survives in the iPad build or if it's like just there for now and it's only going to be iPhone. But like, hey, I think it should be there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few people, I guess, who would love an Apple Watch that actually talk to the iPad in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love if your main phone number could just be on your watch. Right now, it's just like add the watch for $10 or whatever. But
Yeah.
what if the watch could be, your voice? Much lower cost plan, you'd hope, but yeah.
I tried doing a while back, I tried doing a day with just the watch.
It's an adventure, right? More
It
zen. Like I've
is.
done it before. It's easier on the
Well,
Ultra for battery life concerns.
yeah. Where the biggest concern for me, I guess, was the lack of like I think technically your watch can like connect to your car to stream music, but I couldn't
I've
get it
done
to
it.
work. Okay.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, over Bluetooth. Mine struggled to
Okay, yeah.
connect,
I
so I
have
don't
paired
know
my watch
what's
to Bluetooth though on the cars, and that's the thing.
okay.
Yeah,
That was a big thing for me. But yeah,
because
I
people complain
love
about the iPhone Air speaker. Just to try to use your Apple Watch Ultra speaker. I won't cut it. That's what a bad speaker is, guys. For it's. I'm glad it's there, but it's
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that'd be intriguing. But yeah, I do wonder if 26.4 next year will have any Apple Intelligence goodies. Will we actually get that thing they talked about like a couple years ago, or are they just like never going to roll that out?
So I think this is gonna be like I do not envy the people in Apple's marketing and PR groups when 26.4 comes out. I mean, I imagine it's going to launch in beta either way.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be, limited access probably in that first beta. Um, just kind of like how Apple Intelligence, that
Yeah,
first
you have to
first
sign up.
beta, you
Even
sign
in
up.
the beta,
Yeah,
it's like the request access or whatever.
yeah. I feel like they're gonna like slow roll this as much as they can just to
But you think it's going to
stave
be
off
in
the
there?
bad press.
That's what's expected.
I think it's I think something is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I could even see them announcing a roadmap. Like, okay, so here's the new Siri. It does this and this. These two things, okay, gonna take a few more months, but like,
Mm-hmm.
we got something. I could see that. I just, there's just no way that like this launches without, and they've done this to themselves, but this is going to generate negative press. Like someone's gonna quickly find a way to make this thing do something
They're
like,
going to try
you know,
they're going to try to do the airport thing, the exact demo they did on the stage, and see how well it works. Right? They're
exactly.
going to try to do that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just I can argue YouTube's going to be flooded with. Yeah, it's gonna be something, but
I mean,
um,
I just like
yeah.
the mail app. It feels like the mail app needs to be better for that to even work, because like most of the time it's like the search is terrible. The like all the things you needed to understand what's going on with your emails. I don't think the mail app's ready for Siri to do that.
Yeah, yeah. That should be interesting. I mean, we've got developers who've been working on app intents for
Mm-hmm.
over a year now. That love to see how that's actually going to work in practice. But I just, even if it's perfect, like, there's no way this
Mm-hmm.
isn't a bit of a disaster for them.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, they did it to themselves, but like ignoring that for a minute, Apple's always held to a higher standard. So like other people's AI, craps out or does something wrong, oh, it's fine. But anytime it's Apple, it's on the front page of everything.
Mm-hmm.
This bug exists.
Yes.
Anyway. But I'm anxious to see it. Like I want to see what they got. But I don't have. I'm not super 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 confident it's going to be everything. So we'll
Yeah.
see.
One of my family members still has the bubble when Siri is invoked. What's the rainbow ring around the screen? What setting is that?
That was so that was the last new Siri up that came in 18, right?
I thought so.
Whenever.
I was shocked
Yeah.
to see the bubble still showing up when Siri was invoked. It's like what?
I vaguely remember an article like one of these updates like brought back the old Siri on accident for some
Okay.
I don't know. I think it was a bug and maybe it's still around, but I don't think it's supposed to be
Now,
there except on the Vision Pro.
now I've had family members now updating because Apple's prompting you to update to Liquid Glass, and they are
Hmm.
not impressed with Liquid Glass at all. I'm not. I don't know. Has this been in your life? People complaining about the Liquid Glass yet?
Yeah, I've definitely had some people complaining that it's harder to read. Um, and for anyone who has legitimate uh, legibility concerns, I definitely feel for you. Like I don't have that problem, but like if you do, that really sucks. Like that's just like you updated your phone and now it's harder to read.
Totally.
Uh, but yeah, it's been interesting. Some
In the
some
phone
family
app,
members been
the
fine.
classic mode is what the phone app people in my life all want to use. They just
Interesting.
they can't deal with the change of the new phone app.
That isn't. I like the new phone app. Not
I
that I
do
make a
too.
ton of calls, but um, it is a lot of change. Um, my thoughts on Liquid Glass are kind of been the same. I feel like I'm neutral, leaning towards positive on it overall. However, I do think it is definitely going to age. Like it's going to be. I feel like the iPad, the iOS 7 to 18 design isn't as I guess loud is the term I'm going to use as like
Yeah.
Liquid glass is going to be like a phase, like kind of like on the Mac when they did the brushed metal, and like it's gonna get dated. I feel like more quickly than the design we have.
So we had 1 to 6 as like that era, and then
Yeah.
7 to 18. Is that
Mm-hmm.
another era? So
Yeah.
6 updates, and then 7. What's my math on that?
Oh,
11
don't.
updates. 11
Yeah.
updates, right?
Hmm.
How
And I
many
really
updates
thought.
until we get another huge revamp?
I mean,
I
depending on who you ask, right?
Yeah.
With Alan Dine leaving, some people think everything's just gonna get thrown out,
It
which
seems
is
like
not
it'll
gonna
just
happen.
like from 7 to 18, it just like refined it over those
Exactly.
years. It's gonna be a heavy refinement period.
And I thought that that was Apple kind of learning a lesson of
Let's
like we wouldn't have,
not.
yeah, let's not just stay static here, let's keep iterating. And so I didn't think they'd ever really have to do another big update, but I mean,
Yeah,
like that, yeah.
and I'm kind of surprised to get the feedback because it seems like sort of subtle, except for the phone app that's completely redesigned. The one thing I had to complain about is like I don't know how to FaceTime audio my family member in Ireland anymore because when I hit the call button, it just calls the phone number. And I explained
Oh,
it the tap and
jeez.
hold. I guess in the
Mm,
previous way, it like if you had it would reveal itself more naturally without
a
doing the
little,
tapping hold
yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think, I don't know. I've seen complaints, across the board, but largely from what I've seen, it's a lot of the Mac users are really unhappy
Mm,
with the design, how the design was implemented on Mac OS. I haven't spent a ton of time because my company, we have a delay on updates, so my work
right.
laptop is still on 15, but my Mac Mini's on it, and every time I boot it up, it seems fine to me, but I'm not
Yeah,
super Mac
and then
invested.
I've gotten complaints about Safari that no one likes the new Safari. I guess. Which I told you can change the tabs to different styles.
Remind me what's wrong with the tabs on Safari on the phone?
They just I'm not sure what they don't like about the tabs. They just don't like the tabs. Maybe it's the
That's
compact view, and I could tell them change it to the bottom view.
um
The bottom
absolutely.
view takes up a lot of space, but it gives you all the stuff there. It looks like, yeah.
um I I know I do wonder though if I feel like, at least I'm biased obviously, but I wonder if iPad, not that it's the best of both worlds, but I feel like it's less liquid glass is maybe less pronounced on iPad than it is on iPhone.
Well, and you have more
Um
space, so it takes up less of the UI when you're doing
yeah,
things. It's
but it
just that.
doesn't feel as out of place as it might on the Mac. So it's like maybe, this is maybe one of the better implementations of liquid glass. I'm
On the
opining.
Mac, they should like merge Aqua with Liquid Glass. That'd be interesting. Aqua is sort of glassy in some ways. Not
It
was it
was.
metallic? Is that is that what I'm thinking of?
There were windows that were more, I think before I was a Mac user, I think at one point the windows looked very metallic and then they got less
Yeah.
metallic over time. Um, I remember, not to go on a tangent like we do, but I remember my favorite Mac feature, which I guess tells you why I'm such a bad Mac user. I think it was Leopard or Snow Leopard,
Mm-hmm.
where they added the disappearing scroll bars. I remember people
Oh.
complaining about that, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, people hated that.
Yeah, I still love it. I mean, I get the usability
Because the
concerns, but
scroll
like
bar
it's
also would tell you how big the content is because you have a big scroll bar versus a small scroll bar and all that.
right.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool when it disappears, and I don't know.
Yeah. That's fair.
So.
Um, yeah. So, anything else recent, or should we dive into the year that was?
Let's dive into the year that was,
Okay. So, I guess the big thing was the OS update that
which we didn't
happened.
expect.
No, this was. out of the blue, well, we heard a
I
little
mean,
rumbling. They go, where it'll be a little more Mac-like or something. And then what we
when we,
got was
yeah.
just mind-boggling. What they did, they're like, let's rip this thing all apart and build this whole new windowing system. You can have unlimited windows, no more four window bogus. And you can do this on any iPad, really, unlimited windows, so to
Hmm.
speak. The implementation is slightly different, but basically that's true. And some stuff just maybe go to sleep if you hit certain thresholds, which most people will never hit. And I love that they did this. This is a wild move by them. And I think it works really well. And I will toggle between the two modes. If I just want to
Hmm.
just like be in boring mode, I'll do the full screen thing. And what really clinched this being up just fantastic update was 26.2, which returned the glorious way of getting in the split screen of just dragging an app there and it does its thing, and then doing the slide over the way it does it. It's like where this is right. Yeah.
It's so strange because in some ways, this is like so much more complicated than it used to be. When you like they're adding, we have the new stuff and this old stuff all like merged in, and it's a lot. But I mean, but for those of us who want it, like it's good, to have all
Yeah.
these options.
And I feel they removed some complexity by removing the slide over multitasking thing where you're managing apps in two different modes with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know coming into this year, I remember because I wrote like a what to expect for iPad in 2025, and I remember getting to the OS and being like, well, I think I thought it was going to be just like a slow year because we hadn't had a big update in a while. Um, I think I maybe was hoping for stage manager fixes, but
Mm.
then it was interesting over the course of the year, beginning of the year, getting these rumors would drop about like a menu bar, which made no sense to me. Why we would need that, or
Mm-hmm.
just like desktop windowing, which is like, never say Apple will never, because they'll do whatever they feel like
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
they will. It made external
So that,
monitors that much better, but still buggy. But
yes,
it is
very
better.
buggy.
It is better. You can have more than four windows on an external monitor, which is
Hmm.
where the multiple window things really shines. Like that's where you would hit the thresholds most often. I just wish the size of the windows was more flexible. It's still kind of restrictive in some ways.
We need more apps opting into the proper windowing. Um, so yeah, I think it's good. Apple's going to be requiring this because left to their devices, it's not going to be a priority for most developers. It seems like so. It seems strange to me that in 2025 you can still come across apps that like don't open files in place. They make copies, instead of opening. When that
Yeah.
functionality's been there for a long time, but the
Mm-hmm.
apps will still just make copies.
Yeah. Yeah, the life of an iPad user, you got like 5 copies of the same file, or it's like a slightly different version of the file.
And people will blame iPad OS, but in some cases it is. In this case, it's not. That those
Mm-hmm.
APIs have been there for a while.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the big, huge transformative update. Um, I've struggled to write anything about it as a whole just because I have so many mixed feelings. Like I'm really overall happy with it, but part of me feels concerned that, I don't want the iPad to turn into a Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like the direction we were going was, we get iPad features that were similar to the Mac, but implemented more in iPad style. Again, the the traffic lights versus the
Yeah.
three dots we had. They basically do the same thing, but that was the iPad way.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're just kind of like, no, we're just gonna do the Mac thing now. This is what we're doing. And that 26.1 and 26.2 have helped, right? They've added some iPad
Mm-hmm.
interface
For sure.
gestures back, but I am still a little concerned um, that we're going to go too far down the like let's turn this into a Mac path that this becomes unenjoyable to use as a tablet.
Hmm.
It's a fine line they're walking.
It is, and there's the
Uh,
full screen mode.
there is, but that's no longer as, if I were to use that, it's no longer as capable as it used to be,
No,
right?
it's that single app experience kind of thing. Yeah.
So I do believe, though, and I'm still working on writing something about this, but I really do feel like this update was intended for a bigger iPad because it feels best to me on my 13-inch iPad.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I think I full screen on my iPad is Safari, and that's in tablet mode. But everything
Mm.
else lives in a window, and it feels very natural. Whereas on the 11, I'm going back and forth a lot.
Yeah.
Um, so I do wonder if that, like, again, that 14-inch iPad Pro that was supposedly coming and was canceled, like, I wonder if they were thinking of that when they were dreaming up this update. But who
Yeah.
knows?
I'd be curious if the M6 we get a new size class, like a
I think if they're not going to
15
do that rumored foldable iPad
iPad.
thing,
Yeah.
whatever that is, I think they should throw us a bone, yeah, and give us a new size.
Do you want 15?
I would want
16?
I my first thought is 14, but I wonder if it's too close to the
It
13 to
seems very close
matter.
to 14 in that it would just replace the 13, which it
Yeah, although
could. Apple is known to sometimes do that size,
Microsoft does that today. Well, I mean, so I think the two sizes
which,
of the Surface.
yeah, I don't know if the 13 going to 14, I don't think would be a huge upsetting thing. The 11
Yeah.
getting bigger would be an upsetting thing.
Yeah, I don't want the 11 to get any bigger. Like I
Yeah,
think,
that's the size of an
yeah,
iPad.
I that is perfect.
That's
That
iPad
needs to stay
size.
as it is.
Yeah.
But I would love, yeah, I mean, 15 I think is probably what I'd like to see overall. Um, I would also accept more scaling options. They gave us the one.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind a second, to make things,
Yeah.
fit a little bit more on the screen, but I'd love to see a 15-inch iPad Pro.
I had a 17-inch MacBook Pro. It was my first Mac. I loved that big lunch tray. It's great.
Yeah, it looks impressive.
It did.
Yeah.
It was lovely. So I miss the super big portables. Yeah.
I'm so anxious to see what these new ones are going to look like, but we'll see.
Yeah. Local capture is a thing, and I've been using that a fair bit in my travels during the holiday season. Overall, pretty impressed. I do really want Apple to understand that on the iPad, like we do on the Mac, it sometimes is helpful to have a different input and output thing. I learned the hard way that if you don't have, like with my microphone, it's got output as well. So I could not use AirPods to hear the audio and my good mic to capture the audio. So I thankfully I had some wired headphones I could plug into it, but that's my, I guess, only existing annoyance of local capture.
So was it trying to it wouldn't let you use the same device's input and output? Is that?
No, I had to use the same device.
Oh,
So
okay.
I had to use my ATR microphone with wired headphones. I could not
Okay.
select AirPods as an output device while using the ATR
Okay,
microphone
okay.
as input.
I gotcha.
On the
Interesting.
Mac, you just go on FaceTime, you select your input and your output. It'd be lovely if that existed on the iPad as well. Yeah. And the whole user interface is a bit bizarre for like selecting your stuff. You have to be like in a call and then you can like select it in this thing that shows up only when you're in the call. Like it's separate from local capture. It's like, so local capture is its own thing. And then to actually select your stuff, it's within the FaceTime control center thing that pops up during that call. As you know, because
Yeah.
you're a local capture guy. I think you're using local capture right now, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless I'm not. Yeah. I wish it only shows the FaceTime icon in the menu bar, so
Right.
I'm afraid to even check because like I don't.
Yes.
want
Yes.
to screw anything up, but
Yeah.
I'm 90% certain. But yeah, I've used it. Obviously, the first time we tried it didn't work, but
Because we did
so
video. I think the problem was you ran out of storage space, maybe.
I was on my 128 gigabyte iPad something mini
Yeah.
maybe, and yeah, definitely ran out of space.
And that's another issue. They should have a here's how much storage this will take per minute, and they should not let you record past what you're capable of capturing.
Or I mean, at least tell me. Just
Yeah,
tell
and
me
I
when you're.
don't know. Yeah, and I also don't know if you're saving to an iCloud drive, does it somehow? There's no way that would work. Whereas
Mm,
you're just like, I've
mm,
got plenty of storage here, but not locally. There's no way you can. iCloud Drive isn't that smart. It uploads after it's done saving a file. I
yeah,
can't. I
I would
can't
imagine.
imagine that working. Yeah, yeah. The video stuff that definitely can be a thing. So
No, that was yeah, would I mean it's a feature that we have the community has been asking for years, right?
mm-hmm.
Um so it's yeah, it's a super cool and great start. Um I hope they are working on more stuff like this.
Yeah,
Obviously there's one big audio issue that I think we're most of us are still waiting for, and that's the multiple simultaneous streams of audio
yes.
at the same
It
time,
occasionally
or
happens as
just
a bug, and it's like, oh, this is glorious, and
yeah.
then it stops working because it's a bug.
I would also accept stopping web pages from playing audio automatically, or apps. I think it's
Yeah,
apps
that's the
that do
biggest thing.
that.
You open a Safari or an app that's like cuts off your podcasts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I hope that's if they do that one thing this year or next year, I'll be pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice. Um, we also got the M5. Anything else with 26? Any other pro workflow things? I know we got background rendering that we talked about.
We can
Webcams were the year
complain if
before, right?
what was the year before?
Webcams were the year before, external webcams, and
That was 17
yeah, yeah.
where we got that. I was gonna say we could complain about the preview app if you wanted.
We got that. It's got an Easter egg that's really cool, but
That is really cool. I don't know. I have a certain set of expectations for preview.
are we getting text edit
Uh,
next year? We got
you
preview.
know,
We should get text edit. I love
that
text
was
edit.
rumored at one point. I wouldn't mind, yeah, basic text editor just being included. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Um, I don't know. My big problem with preview on the iPad is just, I'm used to selecting a bunch of images on the Mac and then opening them in preview. Um, this is not the app that does that. It opens one file at a time.
Yeah, the
And
thing I love doing on the Mac version of preview is you're trying to like you're combining PDFs basically, and you're dragging
yep.
thumbnails from one sidebar to the other sidebar. And
Hmm.
that was the coolest way to just like make a single PDF with the stuff.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't exist on the iPad version.
No. And I hope this isn't a one and done. I hope they're gonna iterate on this, but I don't know, I found myself that's maybe the low point of 26 for me. It's just that app isn't what I
Mm.
hoped it would be. It kind of sucks, but
Okay. Yeah.
such as we can't win them all, I guess.
Yeah. And
But yeah,
then
sorry.
yeah, and it's got liquid glass in it, so that's exciting.
It's got liquid glass. It's got you know, um, I don't know. I've been trying out. I said at the beginning I wasn't going to use the clear icons, um, and I haven't found a way to make it work on iPad as well.
Yeah,
But
the
like on
clear icons are
iPhone,
terrible. What? Yeah, you're using them on the phone?
on the phone with the right wallpaper, it looks kind of slick. To be honest,
I just need the
um,
color to tell me what the icon is because they're too similar.
okay. I guess with the caveat, I don't have a ton of icons on my first home screen on my phone, so it's maybe less of a problem. But it can look good, and I've been trying to make this work on the iPad, and I can't. Um,
Yeah.
but I have enjoyed that more than I expected.
Hmm. And then yeah, we got the M5 iPad Pro
Mhm.
in what, October, November? What was that?
It was in October, I believe.
Yeah. And you've got one of those bad boys.
I do. I
That's where you
do.
do that's where you do all your AI rendering, right?
Of course. It's just full time, just constantly prompting it for things.
Yeah.
Um,
When I was in
yeah.
college, we had a computer lab and I was running the computer lab and I remember Final Cut had the thing where you could mesh all the computers together to do your
Mm.
exports and stuff. I could never get that up and running, but compressor I think it's called, and that
Mm.
was such a tantalizing thing. Like, let's combine all this stuff together to do this massive export. And yeah.
I yeah, the M5 has been, it's good. It's a solid update, you know. Um More of these, keep things fresh, keep things up to date.
Hmm.
Doesn't have to be super exciting.
Yeah. I
Uh
mean, the AI stuff is the big thing they added to that chip. It appears.
yeah, we got the additional RAM and then yeah, the accelerators and the neural accelerators and the GPU. I
Yeah,
think
and
they
they were
already added them
significant.
to
They were significant from what people that do that kind of work are telling me. Um,
yeah.
yeah, the additional RAM makes the 1 terabyte upgrade even less compelling. Price wise, it's like, okay, yeah. The RAM
Yeah.
stuff is wild right now with the pricing. Like Apple's RAM
Mm,
pricing, which has been historically crazy and out of whack, is now like in line or cheaper from what is going on.
yeah, I've read that. Um, yeah, I'm trying not to buy into the fear mongering, but these price increases are happening now, and it's like
I don't think Apple will be
debating.
affected of it by it because their margins on RAM are so wild.
Yeah, but I mean, but they like their margins, so
They
it's
do, but they
like
also price it so they can take the hits on the stuff to have a steady,
I
consistent
hope so.
price. Nintendo
I
though,
hope
that
so.
Switch 2, I'm worried that thing will raise in price because of RAM next year. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, it'll be interesting. So I hope this doesn't
But yeah,
delay.
Dell had a 30% price increase across the board on all their computers,
Ugh, jeez.
which makes Apple. Yeah, I don't know, like Apple may become a budget option here.
And we're pretty close, I think, ish, to this rumored low-cost MacBook on top of it. Like,
That's right.
yeah, it'll be funny.
That would be just devastating to like the PC market of, oh, Apple's releasing this thing with 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is the new standard, and it's gonna be $700 or whatever.
And in
600.
colors, maybe real
Yeah,
colors.
yeah.
Like, I, don't- I, we'll see. It could be interesting, um, if Apple, yeah, can maintain their pricing, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll see.
We'll see. Um,
We oh yeah, and the high refresh rate monitor support in the M5. Sorry,
that's
I
right.
keep always forget about that because I only use my high refresh rate monitor for gaming. So um, I haven't been beyond figuring out how it worked. I actually haven't used it myself. I continue to use the studio display just because it's easy and here and nice
Yeah.
and 5K.
No, I get
Um,
it.
but it is really nice to have that feature. I'm glad that they decided to bring it to the iPad. I will say one thing though, because I've seen there's a lot of, oh, well, them bringing this to the iPad means the Studio Display 2 is going to have it, right? Like a
The
high
Mac
refresh
has
rate.
had this ability for years.
And the iPad only does 4K at 120 hertz and Studio Display is 5K. So
Mm.
like
Mm.
I don't think this is foretelling anything. Uh but anyway, but yeah, no, that's been it's a great option to have.
Yeah. They release a studio display for iPad that's 4K, 120 hertz.
I hope they don't.
That's
I need them.
2020. It's a 23-inch monitor.
Well,
Uh,
well, that would be a problem. But I just, when I think about, I'm not planning on upgrading my studio display, but when I go through the exercise of thinking about it,
mhm.
I would have to sell this. Like I don't have. Usually I have places to put things, but it's like I don't have
Yeah,
anywhere
monitors are big.
I don't have
It's
anything
funny.
to do with
27
this.
inches doesn't feel like a giant monitor anymore. It just feels like this is the defact. This is the standard size that every monitor
Hmm.
should at least be this big.
Exactly. It's a great size. I love this. It's a perfect size for me, but I just don't even. I don't think I have anyone I could even like. I spent too much money on it to give it to anyone. So it's like,
Yeah,
and obviously there's not going to be no trade in or
you
anything.
get a
But
little Mac Mini, and it becomes your kitchen computer.
I have this Mac Mini still here. Yeah, no, I'm not going to get into that. But
Yeah, you have the baby Mac Mini. They don't know what to do with.
well, I know what to do with it. I just there's more that I'm considering upgrading it, and I don't because I bought the M2
Oh,
Pro with 16 gigs of RAM. It's like with the intention of upgrading one day.
oh, it's not the
Um,
M4. It's the old
it's the
style
M2,
one. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
So, and I've kind of resisted, but now I'm looking at the RAM prices. I'm like, maybe I should upgrade this thing because my use for the Mac Mini, for those who don't know, is
Hmm.
just for software development.
Yeah,
Obviously, you can't in any real way do that on an iPad. And that's entirely because of Apple, but that's a
yeah,
rant for another
yeah.
time.
Where's Xcode, Apple?
Yeah. Whereas I just whoever forgot about Swift Playground, like give just put a couple engineers on that
Yeah,
to finish up that app. Like we
that'd be
don't need
nice.
much. But so I'm thinking about upgrading to the M4 just in case of any further price increases, but it's still a lot of
Yeah,
money.
it
It's
is. Those things have been on sale. Which is it still doesn't make it free, but it's like oh, it's very tempting at that
yeah.
price. It
Anyway,
just
I won't.
it's very cute that computer.
Yeah,
It's yeah.
I've thought about the studio or the Mac Studio. I've kind of weighed the two, and I just smaller. I don't know if it's thinner. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's thinner.
The
Yeah,
Mac Studio is very cute too. It's just a bigger cute.
it's bigger. And the Mac
Yeah,
Mini speaks to me as like my sensibilities and what I want for my tech, and like
sure.
small
Yeah, the
modern
iPhone
ports.
Air of
Yeah,
Macs. Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
and then oh yeah, the iPad Air got a new keyboard that's in black. Same keyboard, but now in black. Is that right?
So it got, if I'm not mistaken, we in was it March? I think we got the M3 Air, right?
Yeah, with
Okay.
2025. That was
Yep.
that was this just 2025 now, right? Wait, what
Hmm.
year is it? It's
Yeah.
2025. Yeah.
Still
Okay.
25.
It's still
Because
25. Okay. So yeah,
if I'm not
we got
mistaken.
three new iPads this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's been really good. But I think that so when the M3 came out, they gave us the new Magic Keyboard for iPad Air, which I think is essentially the old one, but with a function row.
Yeah.
And then sometime in the last month or two, there was like, oh, and now it's in black, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
that's how it happened.
Yeah.
So we got, yeah, that's a thing that exists and is, I guess it cleans up the keyboard story a little bit more. So now it's like keyboard for iPad Pro, keyboard for iPad Air.
Which I really
Oh,
need to
geez.
clean my white keyboard. It gets dirty pretty easily.
Huh. Oh, oh,
I need to
huh.
get some like wipes, some alcohol wipes maybe. My thing is my
I don't
keyboard's getting
know.
very dirty. You have a white keyboard that's probably pristine.
I do. The bottom, I guess the bottom is a little dirty, but like the top, it's like, I don't know, feels pretty good.
Yeah. No,
I
mine's
like.
it's getting my white keyboard will eventually be a black keyboard. Just give it enough time. Yeah.
um, but yeah, no. So we got the Air got the M3, and then that brought better graphics, the ray tracing support, um, and then just generally improved performance.
Yeah.
Uh, I think there was a little tiny, not even a mini scandal. I don't know if we ever answered this question, but when the M3 Air came out,
Hmm.
'cause I think when the M2 came out, it said the 13-inch had double the bass, and then the M3 came out, and they were like, they're not saying that anymore. That they is the bass worse or something on the 13-inch M3? I don't know if
Oh,
that was ever.
okay. Like
There were some people like speculating that they
mm,
downgraded the audio on the 13-inch Air. I don't know if that's true.
okay, yeah.
It just like it went away as soon as it
Did it
came
get a
out. But
RAM jump too at the M3? No.
no,
Okay.
still stuck at 8 across the
Stuck at 8.
board.
Okay. Then the
Yeah.
A16 is pretty just stuck an A16 chip in here.
hmm And yeah, then the storage tiers got pumped up.
Oh, that's right. And that was actually a pretty big, significant update with the storage.
I mean, it makes that the base model was so hard to recommend, even at like even on sale, 64 gigs. It
64
was,
gigs. Yeah. That's 128.
yeah, it's 128.
That's the baseline you need to be at. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, 256 is kind of where I like to be at, but I can live on 128 probably.
128 is very respectable if you're not doing local capture with the video.
Yes.
It's very
For
respectable.
sure.
Um, the A16, though, I will say, as someone who has generally looked down somewhat, as an enthusiast on the base iPad,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually really good. All of its, its downsides, the non-laminated display and thicker bezels. Like the thing is, once you start using an
You get
iPad, like if
used to
that's what
it.
you have, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
And like I would just use I've taken it to work a few days, and it's just been fine. Outside of the brightness, the screen needs to be brighter, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
you
It's got
forget
that
about all of those things.
it's got that wonderful yellow color. I think it's yellow, right? It's got the
Yeah.
popping
Yep.
colors. The
hmm
colors on the air or the baseline iPad are just great.
I think they're similar-ish to the iMac, if not the same, or I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe not. But
And it's got
but
that
that
weird
is a
Apple
great
Pencil
iPad.
situation, but if you're not a big Apple Pencil user, no big deal.
Still no better. Yeah. um, uh, and it has the only one with the folio. It still uses the Magic Keyboard Folio.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I did pick up off eBay for a decent price. Um,
Yeah, that's the
much
move
thicker
for
than you would
iPad
think.
accessories. The secondhand market or like the Best Buy refurbished, like that's the move. Like I got my Magic Keyboard for
hmm
like half off because I
Yep.
just like I don't need this at launch. I waited like a full year, or it
hmm
might have been even a year and a half. I was like, this thing at some point must go on sale. It never has, for the record. The current keyboard that works the M4 and M5 iPad Pros, it's never been on sale. Not even like $10. I got a open box white one that because no one wants the white keyboard, so that's the move to get a low
Jeez.
cost Magic Keyboard is the open box, the white color variant. Yeah,
White color is great. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
I enjoy the white. I would like it with black keys though. Would be my
Sure.
preference.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, getting the secondhand accessories for sure is the way to go. It's
Mm-hmm.
still painful, but just less so.
Apple Pencil Pro, that thing goes on sale quite a bit.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. And really, the base iPad goes on sale. Like it is. It's always funny watching around Black Friday. It's like, oh my god, it's 279. I'm like, it's 279 like 2 weeks ago, man. Like that's not. That's not that exciting. But,
Yeah. The AirPods Pro finally got their 199 big sale of the year
oh, nice.
for the third.
I've not been paying attention, but
Yeah,
that's
'cause
good.
we got ours at launch, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like a sucker.
I guess sucker. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had a little bit of a Best Buy deal with that one. It's like with those the battery life. I had a concern initially that's like, oh, I'm not lasting through a full workday. Now it is again. So something happened. I don't know. Some firmware update fixed it.
Nice.
And then the Mini was last updated in October 2024. Do we think that's the next iPad to get its update?
If we follow the rumors, no. Um, it sounds like I've been tracking the Mini as being updated late next year because
Okay.
it should be its big OLED
OLED?
update. Yeah.
OLED would make me want to buy that thing even more.
Now, I've not seen a single rumor that's said it's going to be anything more than 60 hertz. Um, maybe,
Let's get
yeah,
promotion on that sucker. Let's get
yeah.
nano texture on that sucker. Yeah, well, I want
I
nano
agree.
texture.
I 100% agree. But I mean, far as I know, the Mini and the Air, when they get OLED, last I heard, they're both going to be at 60 hertz.
Hmm.
Um,
Because
so
all the iPhones have promotion now. It's so
ex-
infuriating. The
except
baseline
the
iPhone, except the SE.
16E,
Yeah,
yeah.
16, the SE4, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why they're being this way with the iPads. Um, if the MacBook Air gets ProMotion before the iPad Air, I'm going to be annoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It makes no
Promotion
sense to me.
promotion started with the iPad, guys. That was iPad Pro 2, right? The 2017 update.
Yes, it was. Yeah, what,
The
second generation?
glorious, yeah, the glorious update that had all those good screen improvements there, True Tone, and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good run. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and I don't know if they're gonna, since we have OLED, that would generally mean the mini could get thinner without the
Hmm.
backlight.
It'd be
So
a
I don't know if
tandem
there's gonna be a
OLED, do you think?
redesign.
Like
No,
the oh, it's gonna be a
no,
lesser OLED from my M4.
it's gonna be a poor man's OLED.
A single one, so it won't be as bright. That's the big thing with the dual OLED. Yeah.
Yeah. So probably a single OLED display. I saw there was a rumor about it being water resistant or something,
See,
which
that would be awesome. You'll be in the pool with it. You don't worry about it
mhm.
getting splashed or whatever. Be great.
I mean, yeah, if they want to lean into that whole, I
For
guess, I don't know, Kindle use case, or I don't
yeah,
know.
your little bathtub reading iPad.
Yeah. I mean, go for it if if that sells more iPad minis. It'll be interesting. And also be prepared to read like a million the iPad mini is dead articles once the folding iPhone comes out.
See, what you need is the return of the fabric keyboard iPad thing for a waterproof iPad. Because
Oh, yeah.
the fabric keyboard, you could spill whatever you want on that thing. So it's fabric.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
That was some good keyboard. I like that
I
keyboard.
like that one. That one gets a lot of hate for no real good reason. But yeah, bring that back with an iPad that can support it. Um, yeah, that'd be nice.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the new Mini whenever it comes out. Hopefully, it comes sooner. It's probably going to make me reevaluate my 11-inch iPad Pro use a bit.
Because
The
I feel
Mini,
like two iPads is like the most any reasonable person can use as active iPads.
yeah, no, I mean that's largely true.
Yeah.
Um, but the 11-inch is kind of it's like an iPhone Plus for me in the way I use it, and really that should be the Mini. But
Mm-hmm.
the screen difference has just been, eh, you know, the screen is so much better on the iPad Pro. It's been hard to.
So much better.
Once the Mini has a better display, it might be worth reevaluating if that becomes my
Yeah.
more portable iPad. But we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I assume there will also be a price increase because OLED.
But does it really need to be? The Mini is already such a premium product. It seems like there is
I
plenty
mean,
of margin there. But yeah, you're
you
probably
would
right.
think it's probably.
They
I think OLED is excused.
or maybe they remove the lower storage tier. That's what they like to do.
Yeah,
Right?
they
I
could
think
do
they
that.
the M4 came out. I think the price only raised because of storage. They just cut out a storage tier. It's like, oh, it's the
Well,
same as this old
that's
price.
what they did with the iPhone. I think with the iPads, they don't care. They'll jack the price up. They don't care. But with the iPhone, this last time, I think they did
Yeah,
that right.
I think
Of
so.
like,
They do that
and
often.
raise the price. It's
We
got an
didn't really, yeah,
option.
we just can't buy the cheaper storage one.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not. It's not a price increase.
Yeah.
It is kind of funny watching them tap dance around, not trying not to call out attention to an iPhone price increase. It
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Well, yeah. Anything else forward or backwards looking here as we wrap up the year?
Um, you know, software store is wide open next year, right? There's the up hopefully a big update to Final Cut.
Mm-hmm.
Very least with the background exports, but hopefully more than that. Maybe this Pro App bundle shows up. Uh, I can't even imagine. I mean, the only rumor I've seen about the new OSs is AI features, loads of AI
Mm-hmm.
features, which is
I don't
sure.
I don't expect much after the big year we had
Yeah,
this year. I mean, the TikTok, Sometimes we have a couple talks before the tick. Um,
we need bug fixes right now. And they're fixing bugs, but um
but yeah, I'd
bug
expect like
fixes and
one major new iPad thing at the very least.
yeah, I mean we're running out of things to complain about here. Like we got the calculator now too. The journal
Mm-hmm.
app showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Weather, yeah, I mean I'll always complain about Xcode, but I don't ever really expect it to show up. Um uh, but yeah, I mean we're in a good place with the overall from a software perspective. Pro apps are steadily kind of showing up on the platform.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what, if anything, happens on the software side.
Let's have the
Um,
music app able to add music to your iTunes Match library. It's, you'll hook up a CD drive to your iPad and rip a CD. That's like a 1% chance of ever happening.
we have a better chance of seeing Xcode before we're seeing that, I think.
Yeah, I would. That would be such a glorious thing. Imagine if they were doing live demos still. They had like a real show, and
Mhm.
on stage they plug in the new super drive that's USB C. Do they even sell a super drive with USB C? Is it USB A still? Do they even sell any of
I think
them?
it's USB-A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they introduced a new super drive with USB C. You plug it in, you rip a CD into the music app. That'd be such a
It'd be like
glorious.
$200, like, because that thing was like $80, I think,
Yeah, I believe
if
it.
I'm not mistaken. Like, it would be ridiculously expensive.
I mean, it's a great product. That thing. Well, it's okay. It is.
They can sell it next to the iPods people keep saying they should bring back.
They should totally bring back an iPod, like an Apple Music iPod. It'd be so good. Pulling up the store for the Super Drive. Let's see here.
I hope
Oh,
it's still
they
there.
took it down. I think.
Oh
I
man,
don't think you can buy a Super Drive anymore from Apple.
it's disappointing.
Yeah, no longer available. I've got one still.
Yeah, I always had a computer with a drive, and until I didn't. By the time I didn't, I guess I stopped ripping CDs.
Yeah. I have some CDs on my Christmas list for this year. We'll see if they show up. Some limited edition soundtracks. That's the move. But anyways,
I will say, I've been getting back into buying Blu-rays at least,
mhm.
and I was starting to go down that path of ripping them. But I was reading that I guess the 4K Ultra H whatever
Yeah,
Ultra 4K are maybe more copy protected than
it's
other
possible.
Blu-rays.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It sounded like it may not be as straightforward as I was hoping, so still thinking about that.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing with. I used to have such a huge library of like rips and stuff, and I just gave up on all that. I just gave into the iTunes world.
Streaming service.
It's not as
I
good
just
quality.
canceled
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just canceled HBO because they raised the price again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I just these services are so expensive. It's just like
Yeah,
I can't.
I buy movies occasionally. My library is probably over 1,000 movies. That's in there. And then the sales for this end of the year have been wild. I've got 24. I got that for like $10 for the whole season series, and Walking Dead was like $15 for every single episode. It's like, so I've been loading up on these complete collections of shows to just own.
Nice.
Yeah, Dexter. I think I got all that finally. Because in the past, I was like there was like you can get the free premiere of season 1 and 2 or
Oh
whatever.
yeah,
So
I remember that.
Yeah, it's an occasional in my library. If you look at my library, it's like for TV shows, like here's the show with 1 episode or whatever in it. Yeah.
I remember those days.
That was the thing. Well, where can folks follow you, Riley, online, and all the goodness to promote there?
Best bet is to go to slatepad.org, where you can catch up on what I'm writing about and videos I'm putting out. Maybe even next year with DaVinci Resolve. If I do, I might make one of those obnoxious videos like why I ditched Final Cut Pro, and yeah, I won't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, slatepad.org and Slatepad on Threads and Blue Sky and Mastodon.
Sounds good. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight, and I think we will talk again for like a holiday special. But have a wonderful end of the year.
Sounds like fun to me.
Well, that was my discussion with Riley, all about the year that was in iPad land. Make sure to check out slatepad.org. If you want to support this podcast, you can do so over patreon.com/iPadPros or by subscribing in Apple Podcasts. With that, I'll talk with everyone again real soon.